Welcome to Ping 24 Updates, your daily dose of what's happening around the world. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. Subic Bay, once a quiet and unassuming port nestled on the western edge of Luzon, has long been a place of strategic importance, even if it lay dormant for years. Today it is undergoing a dramatic transformation, rapidly becoming the epicenter of a sweeping military resurgence. Headlines across the nation and beyond announce its remarkable revival, as the Philippines embarks on building its largest and most advanced naval base to date. This is far more than a local infrastructure project. It's a strategic move that sends ripples throughout the entire Indo-Pacific region, drawing the attention of global powers. The world is watching closely as the Philippines reclaims Subic Bay, transforming it from a relic of foreign military presence into a bold symbol of renewed national ambition and pride. The Philippine flag now flies proudly over state-of-the-art facilities, a clear signal of Manila's unwavering commitment to strengthening its own defense capabilities. The government is investing heavily in this project, allocating unprecedented resources, all driven by the urgent need to protect its vast maritime borders and assert its sovereignty. Subic's revival is a calculated and timely response to shifting global power dynamics and the rising tensions in the contested waters of the South China Sea. The Philippines now finds itself on the front line of a new and complex geopolitical contest, where every move is closely watched. The development of Subic Bay is a clear and unmistakable statement. The Philippines will not be a passive observer in the face of regional challenges. This base is more than just concrete and steel. It stands as a powerful symbol of national will, resilience, and determination. The unfolding story involves not only the Philippines, but also key allies like the United States, Japan, and Australia, all recognizing Subic as a linchpin for regional security and cooperation. Once a tranquil harbor, the bay is now a bustling hub of international military and economic activity, reflecting its newfound significance. The relentless sound of construction echoes across the water, marking not just a new chapter for the Philippines, but a turning point for the entire Southeast Asian region. To truly grasp Subic Bay's importance, we must look back to its pivotal role during the Cold War, a time when global tensions shaped the destinies of nations. Once the largest U.S. overseas base, Subic stood as a cornerstone of American power in the Pacific, a symbol of military might and strategic reach. The base supported U.S. military operations from Vietnam to the Persian Gulf, with a deep harbor capable of hosting the entire 7th Fleet, making it a vital hub for American naval dominance. Subic symbolized the enduring U.S.-Philippine alliance, providing thousands of jobs and blending cultures, but it also served as a constant reminder to Filipinos of foreign presence and influence on their soil. Its strategic location gave the U.S. direct access to the South China Sea and vital sea lanes, making Subic a key player in regional security and global trade routes. The base was a logistical marvel, equipped with state-of-the-art ship repair facilities and sprawling supply depots, ensuring the fleet was always ready for action. For nearly 50 years, Subic was the beating heart of American strength in the Western Pacific, hosting countless ships, aircraft, and personnel. But as the Cold War ended, a wave of nationalism surged in the Philippines, sparking debates about sovereignty and the future of foreign bases. The presence of foreign troops became increasingly contentious, and the era of the fortress was drawing to a close as the U.S. prepared to withdraw. Subic's powerful past began to fade, replaced by uncertainty and questions about what would come next for the once bustling base. The echoes of its former glory would soon give way to silence as the base stood empty, its future unknown. But the story of Subic Bay was far from over. A dramatic transformation was about to begin, setting the stage for a new chapter in its remarkable history. In 1991, Mount Pinatubo's eruption devastated Subic Bay, blanketing the area in thick volcanic ash and forcing thousands to evacuate. The disaster left the once bustling naval base in ruins, its runways and docks buried under layers of ash and debris. In the aftermath, the Philippine Senate rejected a new U.S. base treaty, a decision shaped by rising nationalism and public protests demanding the end of foreign military presence. The last American sailors left in 1992, ending nearly a century of U.S. presence. The lowering of the Stars and Stripes marked the close of an era, as families and workers bid farewell to a place that had shaped their lives for generations. Subic was transformed into the Subic Bay Freeport Zone, shifting from military to commercial use. Offices replaced barracks, hangars became warehouses, and the landscape changed almost overnight as new businesses moved in. For a time, the port thrived. International companies arrived, tourists flocked to its beaches and duty-free shops, and the free port buzzed with new energy and hope for the future. Subic became a model for successful base conversion, drawing praise from around the world for its rapid transformation and economic promise. But as years passed, competition from other ports grew fierce, and Subic's economic boom began to fade. The once busy warehouses and offices slowly emptied out. Its vast infrastructure was underused, with sprawling docks and buildings left idle, echoing with memories of busier days. The ship repair facilities, once a hub of activity, saw little business, and the promise of a thriving maritime industry faded. The bay's strategic value was never forgotten by military planners, who continued to study its location and potential. But for most people, Subic became a historical footnote, a relic of the past. Occasionally, the Philippine Navy and foreign warships visited, reminders of its storied past and the role it once played in regional security. For years, Subic was a quiet port, far from its former glory, its docks and piers mostly silent except for the gentle lapping of the tide. Yet this calm was only temporary, a pause in the long and turbulent story of Subic Bay. New tensions in the region were brewing, as disputes in the South China Sea brought renewed attention to the bay's location. Subic's long silence was the calm before a new storm, as the world's eyes turned once again to its strategic shores. The sleeping giant was about to awaken, its future uncertain but its importance undeniable. Its strategic importance was about to be rediscovered, setting the stage for a new chapter in Subic Bay's remarkable story. The wake-up call came from the West Philippine Sea, as China's actions exposed the Philippines' military weaknesses. The nation needed a credible defense and a home base for its navy. Subic Bay, with its natural advantages, was the obvious choice. The government reactivated Subic as a major naval installation, marking a new era. The Philippine Navy established a permanent presence, stationing its newest warships here. Subic became a forward operating base, enabling rapid response to threats in the South China Sea. Its proximity to flashpoints like Scarborough Shoal provides vital deterrence. This shift marks a move from reactive to proactive defense. Subic's revival is a source of national pride and a symbol of modernization. The Philippines is now taking primary responsibility for its security. The nation is building its own fortress as master of its domain. Today, Subic Bay is a construction zone buzzing with activity. Old piers are being modernized for the Philippine Navy's growing fleet. New barracks, command centers, and maintenance facilities are rising. This is a complete overhaul, a multi-billion peso investment in security. The base will support missile-armed frigates and patrol vessels, with advanced communications and surveillance. Revitalized ship repair facilities will boost operational readiness. Foreign interest is surging, with defense contractors and allies eager to collaborate. The US, Japan, and Australia see Subic as a regional anchor. The transformation is an international effort, accelerating construction and raising standards. Subic's legacy infrastructure is now fused with Filipino purpose and design. This is a base built by and for Filipinos. The roar of construction is the sound of a nation taking control. Subic's transformation embodies the Philippines' renewed sense of purpose. Subic Bay's revival is also the story of America's return, this time as a partner. Under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, the U.S. has access to Philippine bases, with Subic as a prime site. This isn't a return to permanent U.S. bases, but a flexible, rotational presence. American forces can pre-position equipment, build joint-use facilities, and train with Filipino counterparts. The U.S. is investing in infrastructure upgrades, including runways and fuel depots. Subic is now a crucial logistical hub for U.S. operations in Southeast Asia. Joint military exercises like Balakatan have grown in scale, with Subic as a central staging area. American and Filipino forces train side by side, improving interoperability. The alliance is stronger than ever, but not without controversy. Critics worry that U.S. presence could draw the Philippines into unwanted conflicts. Subic's renewed partnership with the U.S. brings both protection and risk. The arrangement walks a fine line between security and independence. The Eagle's return offers promise, but also new challenges. Compared to Southeast Asia's top naval bases, Subic Bay stands out. Its massive, deep, protected harbor can shelter entire fleets, an advantage over engineered ports like Singapore's Changi. Subic's legacy infrastructure built by the U.S. gives it a head start over places like Vietnam's Cam Ranh Bay. The base can handle multiple large warships and has a major airfield, creating a logistical powerhouse. Few regional bases offer such integrated sea and air capabilities. Subic's greatest asset is its potential for expansion. The Philippines and its allies can build a facility tailored for 21 century challenges. Subic Bay is a strategic asset unlike any other in Southeast Asia. Subic Bay's strategic value is immense, but it's a double-edged sword. Facing the South China Sea, it's a gateway to critical shipping lanes and regional flashpoints. Its location makes it invaluable for monitoring and responding to events, but also a potential target. By developing Subic and welcoming U.S. forces, the Philippines is at the center of U.S.-China rivalry. Beijing views increased U.S. presence with suspicion, raising risks for Manila. In a conflict, Subic would be a primary target. The Philippines must balance deterrence with the risk of provocation. Every new ship and joint exercise is a move in a high-stakes chess game. Assertive defense could invite economic retaliation from China. Subic's development is a calculated gamble. Betting security benefits outweigh the risks. It is a prize fraught with peril. As new facilities rise and American ships return, Filipinos ask, who's really in control? Officially, Subic is Filipino territory, with the Philippine Navy in command and the U.S. present as an ally. The partnership is meant to be equal, not a return to colonial-era dominance. Yet, U.S. resources and power inevitably influence the dynamic. Some worry this partnership could erode Philippine independence, especially in a crisis. The line between supportive partner and dominant power is thin. The debate touches on national identity and the legacy of ousting U.S. bases in 1992. Is the Philippines trading one dependency for another? The alliance offers security and modernization, but also the risk of entanglement. Subic's revival makes the Philippines a bigger player, but at what cost? Does this new power strengthen the nation, or tie its fate to others' ambitions? The answer will shape the Philippines' destiny for generations.